We certainly want to see banks succeed in this new world order. We certainly want to see banks succeed in this new world order.
Welcome back to the Cryptoteacher. And guys, please like and subscribe. Remember, it is absolutely free of charge to like and subscribe. And this is going to be an XRP decoded for the recent interview that he had. So basically, the first topic is that he went over that they did 54 million ODL last week on the peso. So basically, he said that they have like 7%. Now, what does that mean for crypto? What does that mean for price? Right now, we can see that it means absolutely nothing right now. But as we know, XRPL is going to be the gateway, the SWIFT of our new economic global system. And the reason why I did this video for the Decoded is the fact is that Ripple is part of the New World Order. And basically, he said it in there, and that's the reason why I want to go over it. Now, they asked him, what was crazy is that they asked him about XRP, and they asked him about Bitcoin. He praises Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the greatest thing ever, which doesn't have utility, does have a store of value. But then he went back and said that Bitcoin has already been classified as a commodity. I've said that in about 10 of my videos already. It's been classified as a commodity. So once they put that label on it, it's over. That's the reason why the price is going to keep going up. They asked him, do you invest in Bitcoin? He said yes. Now, he didn't have to invest in XRP because they just gave it to him. So don't forget about that, guys. Then the next one was, of course, liquidity. Something that I talk about all the time. Tether, USDC, PAX. Those coins right there are the liquidity right now that moves the market. And of course, XRPL will be that major liquidity. Eventually, they're going to be the backbone of the system. Now, also, he went over, they invested $50 million as a money ground. Now, I really want to touch on this because he said that we don't want to own a company. We just want partnerships. Now, what does that remind you of? Think really, really hard. That reminds you of Silicon Valley. Remember, and I did a decoded in my other decoded films. I went over this. That Silicon Valley, who created it, who built it, so I went over that. So make sure you go to my decoded videos. But when he said partnerships, and he also went over Bitrue. Now, if you're a IPO, you want to buy companies. You want that to be a part of you. They're definitely not going public. Like he stated, he just uses the New World Order words to grab you in. They're not going public. They will never, ever let the public get a piece of that company. Same way Swift is not public. It's the same. It's going to be the same system. Now, he also talked about the lawsuit. Go to my video where I talk about the lawsuit. I talked about the lawsuit on 2 of my videos. The lawsuit is basically, like I stated, is going to be dismissed. Look at the attorneys that are on the case for Ripple, which were ex-SEC attorneys. So money is always going to make things go away. It's plain and simple. So that's out of the question. Definitely, that case is definitely going to be dismissed. Now, he also talked about the Fed coin, the global system, the Fed coin. And she said something very important. She said that JP Morgan said that if Fed coin came out, they would get rid of they would get rid of the JP Morgan coin and go to Fed coin. So as we know, JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, these big banks, which are, what are they called? They're called brokers, dealers, that go to the smaller banks. But eventually they won't be any more smaller banks. That's the whole point of blockchain and crypto, because what they'll be able to do is charge higher fees to these banks and be able to get away with it, versus the system that we have now that has a flat rate. So now what they're going to do, of course, they're going to start off low to make you take it in, and eventually they're going to make the rates higher for smaller banks than for the bigger banks. Now, Brad said that we don't want to compete with the big commercial banks. I want you to make sure that you understand this is the most important piece that came out of his mouth. He said we don't want to compete, we want to work with. What's the whole point of blockchain and Bitcoin? That was to get rid of the big banks, and we go peer-to-peer, and we can exchange value with each other without the man in the middle, which is the central banks. He clearly said out his mouth that we want to work with these banks, intertwine with them. So we clearly know that Ripple is part of the New World Order's plan to bring it all together, all systems together. And just like I said, XRPL is that foundation that's going to make it all happen. So I say this all the time in my videos, and I'm going to finish up with this, that you're in a perfect spot right now. You understand crypto. Those who listen, you understand crypto. You're investing in crypto, because they're going to take this crypto as high as they can get it, and then they're going to drop it to zero. And they're going to let it go to zero. Same way they've done the stock market, guys. Take it up, take it down. Take it up, take it down. They're going to do the same thing with cryptos. Because you understand the market, because you understand it's manipulated and rigged, you can take advantage of it also. That's the key. That's the reason why I created my YouTube channel, so therefore I can educate people that it's all a plan. Once you understand it's a plan, you go by the plan, you follow the plan, you can make money the same way they're making money. But that's all I have for you. Don't forget I have the book, Cryptoteacher. And then also you can go to my website, btcteacher.com. Learn about the system and then also get the book. And then at the bottom I have the links: Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance for your coins, Robinhood for your stocks. Don't forget everything is going to have a chip in it for your chip stocks. And then also basically you have the cobalt for your electricity batteries. So they need that mineral. Same way you needed coltan for your cell phones, they're going to need cobalt for the batteries. So don't forget about that. But y'all have a wonderful day.